All right, here we are. We're going to take a look at the contents of Silver Amulet. If you have one of the Silver series, you can. I figured I would just go through each of the decks so you can see what the powers are, what they do, and if you'd be interested in adding them to your own set. I think that might be useful. We'll see if anybody cares. So this is the base set. This is the first set. This is the set that I would recommend you all start with. And we'll start off at number 1. We'll go up to number 13. Number 1, the Squire. When it's face up, display one card face up from the deck. And so you'll have your deck here, and you'll get to display an additional card that's face up in a separate row. So it gives more people different opportunities to switch and match up their numbers, right? Very, very useful to have a 1, but it also provides everyone around the table options. Number 2, the Empath, probably one of the best ones to have face up early. When face up, view one of your face down cards on your turn, so you're constantly getting knowledge about what's in your village and controlling that. You have the Bodyguard for 3. When face up, protect this and one other card from opponents. So you choose the card. You kind of place it partially on top of a card, so you know that, hey, the 3's actually protecting that 5. So let's put them in the discard pile like a normal person. That's pretty cool. Number 4, when face up, draw one extra card from the deck. Also great because it gives you those options, right? So having that and then being able to manipulate your own row effectively feels pretty good. You can also see, sort of the scram influences here, that these only have abilities when they're face up and they don't have a discarding ability, because you're going to naturally want to hold on to them as well. And then here, finally, when we get to 5, we get some abilities. Turn one of your cards face up. The reason you might turn cards face up is to capitalize on their really good abilities. So, or to figure out what's under there, right? You can, if you haven't looked at a card yet, you could turn that face up, and if it's a big card, you can get rid of it later. Number 6 is turn any card face up. So you pick a card around the table. If you want to get more information about your opponents, that's what you can use to. The Revealer gives you that flexibility, or you can use it on yourself. The Beholder, view up to 2 of your cards. Very simple, just look at 2 of your cards. So you can see how quickly information can happen here in the base set. And I think that's why it is nice, right? I think it's very beginner friendly for sure. View one card of an opponent. It's all about creating that information. View any one card. Take any one card from the discard pile. View the top card from the deck and exchange it into any village. So you can look, if it's good, put it into yours, put it into somebody else's. You can see the power increases as the numbers increase. Steal one opponent's card and give them one of your cards. View your new card. So you can swap cards between 2 people. And then finally the 13, but when discarding, this card matches one other card. So having a 13 in your deck is risky, but it's not that risky because you can do it for a big swap and get your numbers whittled down. This is a set that is based around just the simple premise of the game. Looking at each other's cards, looking at your cards, finding out that information, and really focusing on the swapping nature of the game, of making those matching sets in your village, and then swapping them out for something much lower, right? That's where this game sort of shines, and that's why it is my sort of recommendation to start with, to get the basics of the game before you get thrown into anything too crazy or complicated. If that seems too easy to you, well then check out any of the other sets, because they start to ramp up the complexity, and you can find those videos right here on YouTube. Thanks for watching. My name is Chris George. I don't know a catchphrase, but I got 3 more of these to do, so let's get it. Also, and I almost forgot, there's a 0 card, the Villager. When it's face up, if any other 0 card is face up in any village, the round ends instantly. So if you know that there's a 0 out there and you can foil somebody's plans and you can not give them a chance to call, or to call the voting, you can use this to end the game without calling, without giving somebody a chance to take that one final turn, and it can be very powerful. However, there's only 2 of these in the deck. Just like there's 2 13s, there's always 2 0s, 2 13s, and then 4 of every other card. So it's hard to get, but you could get it.